I cannot best you!
Keep walking, stranger. A moth priest? Try asking one of the guards. All right, then.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I've got a letter and a lot of gold. Something about it being your, inheritance. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere, just out of this.
You must be lost. The tavern is down the road a piece.
Mind you don't cross Tassius. He's in charge around here.
Something different about you, I can tell. Hope you ain't here to cause trouble.
Don't start any trouble, and I think we'll... At least, if you're gonna cause trouble, go somewhere else, okay? Please? Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
There are some that... He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers. They didn't stop. Just headed south across the Dragon Bridge.
Just 1 second. Let's see here. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay. Done movies as a composer. Plan on hiring him. I don't really know. I kind of figured he also ended up doing movies as well. But I guess maybe not. I usually feel like composers would kind of go both routes, you know, wherever they can find work, whatever things it is that they want to work on. I figured maybe they would be, but maybe not. Okay. Okay, so rescue the Moth Priest. I think I remember where this. Ah, yes, of course. In a cave that I haven't been to, but then again, there's one that's over here too. So I'll go check this out. Even though I know I need to go over that way, I still want to see what this one is. I still need to break out that map that I found on Google where it shows all of the locations. I understand the sense of exploring, but when it comes to me in open world games, even though I like this genre, at the same time, it can get cumbersome having to feel like you're not getting everything that you want out of it because of having to put up with trying to find every little thing. So, now that really worked well. That mace has some balls on it. Probably what makes it one of the best ones. Well, I really don't know if it's one of the best ones, but regardless of that, it's a very masculine mace. John Williams of video game composing. Well, I can see that. I could definitely see that. Stuff he's done, that's the Republic. Oh, yeah, I think he's done the Assassin's Creed series too. Or at least he's done some of them, I believe. I don't know if he's done all of them, but I know he's at least done some of them. Which that reminds me, I need to go back and play Knights of the Old Republic. I've got both games on the original Xbox, and they both play on the Series X. And actually, I ended up buying them digitally really cheap. Well, no, I don't think I bought them. I think they were on Game Pass, as a matter of fact. Yeah, so technically, I didn't buy them digitally, because if I did, then I would have gotten that, because I didn't have a Series X at the time. I had a Series S, which I've still got, as a matter of fact. But I'd started out on both of them. But they're definitely games that I need to go ahead and get into.
That'll teach you.
Even though I already have, I've kind of been putting it on the back burner. Is what the problem is.
Yeah. You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Done and done.
Oh wow. So apparently we already killed him, or he was already dead, and she just resurrected him. That's something. Yeah, I was actually discussing the whole situation of what's been going on recently with the news with a guy in my Bible study group yesterday evening after I got off of work, and some of these things he hadn't even been hearing about, and he said he's kind of been ignorant to some of it. And I said, well, you know what? I said, I kind of feel like rightfully so in a certain sense. Because, man, if you constantly, like, and this is the thing with me, like, I was following it through to a very close point over a period of time, and then I broke off from doing it because of the fact that, man, I don't need to be...
Who's there?
I don't need to be dealing with this anymore. Because this is also when I had
That'll
got
teach you.
deeper back in my faith with God again, and I'm like, I need to focus more on that than this whole news politics crap. And then when I was talking to him about it yesterday, I was like, I probably really need to focus a bit more on that. I need to focus a bit more on not following through with hearing everything like I had before. You know, I mean, it's an aggravating kind of thing to hear this stuff and hear some of the same stuff that you hear all the time, just with different people saying it. And I mean, when it comes down to this stuff, it's just a matter of praying for them and letting God handling them. Because, I mean, that's what it's going to boil down to. What the heck? Time out with the server. What is this crap? Come on, YouTube, you friggin' retard. Good friggin' grief. Anyways, but yeah. I've kind of come to a point where I really need to move. Why can't you just walk through people in this? Oh, the spider's alive. Okay. She ended up resurrecting it. I had like an armored troll with me as well until I finally got rid of it.
Where'd you
Because
come from?
it was blocking me from getting through a dag-blasted stairway.
That'll teach you.
It was like her and the
Where'd you
armored
come
troll, and I'm just like, good grief, dude.
Done and done.
Well, I'm glad I'm off tomorrow, and it's kind of a bit of a surprise. Well, now the spider's dead, and now the Falmer's risen. It was kind of a surprise considering the fact that the showcase for Xbox is happening tomorrow, you know, considering there's no E3 this year. So, yeah, I mean, if you enjoyed the info that it gave you, then so be it, you know. I mean, I'm guessing that's what it really boils down to. But I'm just like, that's a pressure plate. And my people are going to be stupid enough to walk across it.
Where'd you come from?
Man, I can't stand that. Sometimes I can't stand playing in first person. I mean, when I'm like exploring or something, then yeah, I want to do it in third, but sometimes I just want to do the battle in third. Because, like, it's aggravating.
That'll teach you.
But what sucks is when you go in first person, and if you're playing melee, it kind of seems like it's a little bit harder to try to judge your distance of you actually being able to hit your enemy. At least considering the fact that I'm doing dual wielding right now. If I had like a two-hander or something, then that would probably be different. I know that would definitely have something to do with it. I think it was like the same, that was the same way it was last year. I think maybe the year before, but I could be wrong. But another thing is that I think maybe it would also kind of bring to light for developers that, hey, we're spending all this money to go to these events.
Who's there?
And
You knew I did something.
just to have some big spectacle show, and you know, sometimes it's all for nothing. And I think maybe some of them have kind of came to that realization, and maybe that's another reason why they're not wanting to do it. Which, I mean, to be honest, when it comes to me and like E3 related stuff, even though, you know, E3 isn't a thing right now, they're just doing digital showcases. I kind of feel like in a ways it works out better because I mean, even though I had started doing this now, where I would just wait until everything came out and then just go and watch what I wanted to watch, and I'd just sit there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, what the heck ever, for them to go and talk about stuff that doesn't even have anything to do with gaming. Oh, here's our sales numbers for the quarter. Here's what we did last year. Here's what we're doing this year. I don't freaking care, man. Show the games. That's why you're there. Show the trailers. Talk about that. You know, just stuff that just wastes time. And I kind of came to a point to where I'm just going and looking into either just letting it play in the background while I do something else and leave it alone, or go and just wait until it's over and then go back and look at all the archived footage, any archived stuff of different trailers and stuff like that. You know, that's
I knew I heard something.
That's the thing with me. Because if it wasn't like that, then I wouldn't have any problem with it. But it's not like that. Good grief. Oh my goodness. Boy, she knocked the crap out of that one.
That'll teach you.
But I'm actually planning on loading up Elder Scrolls Online again and streaming that some. Matter of fact, I don't know how many of the Metal Gear Solid games that you've played. Let me see. Any good things about Atari VCR? Is it VCR or VCS? Yeah, it's a new game system. I believe that it's out, but like the way that it works is I think it's all a digital kind of storefront. Like from what I remember from the first review that came out, they ended up saying that there is you stream. I guess you could do cloud streaming or you can download them as long as you basically. I don't know if you have to have a membership or if it's like you buy the system and stuff is already there and then maybe you would get a membership to get access to other stuff. I really don't know, but I don't believe there's like any physically related things that came out for it. I don't think there's ever been any cartridge slot or CD slot or anything that's on it. But honestly, man, like I think it's already out, but I haven't heard like hide nor hair of it, and I really don't know why. Search Ferrer torn note. Ferrari. Well, I'll take this just in case I need it for something else later, and then I'll already have it. I think from what I know, I believe that it was going to be like $200, $300, something like that. I don't really know, but I don't know how familiar, or how, or I shouldn't say familiar, like how much you played of the Metal Gear Solid series, but yesterday a package came in for me that I ended up ordering a few days ago, and it's the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Collection, and it came out on PlayStation 3. And it's brand new. It was actually a reprint that Konami ended up putting out of this because they had it out before, and I think it was near the middle or near the end of the PS3's lifespan, I think. But it's got like, let me look at it here real quick. It's got, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 8. It's got 8 games in it, and it also has like 2 digital graphic novels, motion comics, if you will, based off of the series. 2 of the games were dag-blasted digital downloads for the code they had in here, which I think was stupid. for the original Metal Gear Solid and VR missions, but I've got the original Metal Gear. Well, I've got a handful of the Metal Gear games. I've got like the HD collection on PS3 of 2, 3, and Peace Walker, but this has everything that's in it. And they didn't send me the slip sleeve and the art booklet that had came with it because that was the first ones that came out. But I've been meaning to want to go back to my PS3 again and start playing some other things off of there. And that right there is something that I'm definitely going to get into, because another thing is I've never even played. Well, I have played the original Metal Gear, like the first and the second one a little bit, but I didn't know any difference because I was a kid. But now I want to go back and give them a shot. And there's another game actually that had came out sometime back called, well, I think it just recently came out. I don't know if it was, I think it was about a year ago possibly, but it's called Unmetal, and it's basically like it's a parody of Metal Gear Solid. Like I think the first two, the first or second game, or maybe both of the games. And I've been meaning to want to get that and play it. They had it on a sale recently, but I hadn't bothered to get it since I was playing other stuff. But yeah, dude, it's apparently a lot of people are saying that it has a whole lot of it's got a lot of humor in it, like some laugh out loud moments, like a lot of comedy related in it. So
Who's there?
Quit after 4 kind of ended. Metal Gear 5 was weird. 5, yeah, well, actually 5 was really good. I hadn't finished 5, which is another game that I've been meaning to go back and play and finish up. I ended up losing my save when I was switching out a hard drive, a bigger hard drive from my first PS4 years back. I was actually at Agent 00E's house, and we were doing it over there. And I was swapping it out, and I made sure that I sent all my saves to the cloud before I even took it out, so I could just re-download them again. And come to find out, well, it wasn't there when I went to go back and re-download it, and I have no idea why. I mean, it like royally ticked me off. And I don't know how far I was in the game, so cloud saves are not created equally. They're not. They're absolutely not. I mean, you don't know if they're still going to be there or not. I mean, so because it always makes sense to have hard saves, manual saves, which I always do that in games anyways, even if it does have autosave, because you can't trust autosaves. All right, if this freaking corpse that she resurrecting is going to keep doing this, that's going to get on my dag-blasted nerves.
Free again.
Free again. Yeah, anytime you resurrect any of those things, honey, if they start making sounds, which it seems like it's only the human things that do it, I'm going to take them out, because I ain't going to hear them constantly be having porno sounds in my ear. I'm not doing it. But anyways, yeah, dude, I just, I also ended up, have you ever played any of the original SmackDown games on the PlayStation 1? Like, there's one that's just called SmackDown, and then there's SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. Dang, am I getting switched around here? What's going on here? I think it's only supposed to be this cave area. And I think I just need to work my way back out because I'm not seeing anything else. But anyways, I ended up getting the original one again, and I accidentally bought 2 copies of it. Like I was gonna get the second one, or I think I was putting in bids, or I was also aiming to just buy one outright, depending on what the price was. And I accidentally bought 2 copies of the first one, but then I turned around and bought the second one. Like the first one, both of them are complete, but one is in better condition than the other one is. And oh, here we go. And so I said, I'd just probably be better off hanging on to it. And I said, because what I kind of feel like maybe what I'd have to go through to try to send it back would just be aggravating. So
That'll teach you.
I think so. I was just like, I'll just hang on to it. No big deal. And then the second one came, and obviously I got that one a bit cheaper, considering it didn't have the booklet with it, which is fine. I mean, I'd love to have the booklet, but it didn't really bother me at that point in time, given what certain prices were. And I'm like, screw it, I want to be able to get it. See, the stupid Falmer aren't running their mouth, going and moaning and groaning and pissing and popping and locking and all that stuff. Like, come on, man. Oh, these are where a bunch of their little creatures' eggs are. The lore behind this, if I'm not mistaken, in a ways is almost like the way that it was with it's like they took some of the lore dealing with these specific creatures, the Falmer, from... I kind of wonder if there's some lore in Elder Scrolls Online regarding it, or if there's quests regarding it. The Falmer are actually elves, which reminds me of Lord of the Rings, the way that elves, basically, I think like the orcs and the goblins were elves that had been corrupted. And that's the way that it is in this too. I don't remember everything of what it was dealing with, but regardless, see, why does it keep showing me this? There's nothing that gives me anything higher. That's a damage of 36, you stupid game. I got a 57 and a 65. All of those are higher, so like, why in the world? A 57 and a 65. They get chance to, well, actually this one would work better. It's the same attack, but this gives me a chance to paralyze for 4 seconds. So we're gonna do that one and drop this one, because I'm sick and tired of having to hold on to stuff that's just taking up tag blasted space on me. And how am I getting these stupid arrows? I think what it is they end up getting shot into you, and you just somehow pull them out of your body and put them in your inventory. That's what it seems like to me, because I'm not picking this stuff up, which is kind of funny to think of, really. I mean, it's on your person, so. Yeah, they also had WWF Warzone at the time, and they also had WWF Attitude, and honestly, those two weren't really that good, to be honest. But when it came to SmackDown and SmackDown 2, those were definitely on the better end of the scale. Dang, I should have ended up hanging on to some of those soul gems, but I just had so many of them, I didn't even want to bother. I don't know why you have to sheath it and pull it back out again just for it to show that it has its enchantment on it. It's just so ridiculous to me. But anyways. Yeah, I remember that. Man, I swear, wrestling games back in the day were honestly, like, during the PS1 and PS2 eras, they were so much better. Like, they had this arcadey kind of feel to it. It just made them really entertaining. And then they ended up bringing in these simulation aspects, which was just boring to me. Like, I tried to play wrestling games like that because I love the creative modes. You know, create a wrestler. That's the main thing that I spent most of my time in, was creating wrestlers and putting them in matches. I mean, yeah, I'd go through the story modes and whatnot, but that was like the main thing that I was doing. And it was hilarious to have the computer fight one another and put it on the hardest difficulty and watch them all beat the crap out of each other, or even me going in and playing as them myself. I always loved doing that stuff. And, what the heck? What the heck was that? He's attacking me, honey. What are you doing? Oh my goodness gracious. The thing was already dead and I attack it, and now it's attacking me. What in the crap? She needs to go ahead and kill it. What the heck was up with that? Yeah, I think I'm just wrapping myself. You stupid. Good grief. Why didn't you do anything about it, you stupid vampire chick? Oh, this is wrapping me all the way back out to the other side, so I basically had explored through here, but I know that I probably... that note that I have probably has something to do with some other quest. Okay. Now the fact that we're out of here, now would probably be a good time. Where's my
Another
horse?
cave. I've spent enough time underground myself, but if you want to go in, I'm right behind you.
I swear, they don't need to have where these NPCs are constantly talking. If they're repeating the same thing over and over and over, it's just like, man, shut up. There's actually been a few times whenever I'd have a companion with me, I'd
Where'd
turn
you
the
come from?
voices all the way down.
That'll teach you.
Well, actually, I think you could do that in some of the newer games, but you would have to... Yeah, actually you could with some of the newer ones, because if you had music on your system, you could go into your files within the game and go and add that as your ring entrance. I remember that was something they implemented some odd years ago with some of the games that was coming out. So yeah, they definitely ended up doing that. Of course, they also had where they were like enhancing the create a wrestler process, where you could go and have your face scanned into the game. Like, I think you had to go to their website and have a picture of yourself and scan it in, and then you could have it put on your system onto a character, and your face would actually be on that character. I mean, I don't know how accurate it would look, but, I mean, I guess it's the thought that counts. So... Alright, now this is where this place was supposed to be. Honestly, man, like, I got to the point where, considering I hadn't been watching much modern wrestling at all recently, I had been watching some of the pay-per-views that came out, but I was talking to a guy at work a few days ago. He's an assistant manager there. He and one other woman there are probably like the only ones that I feel like I can even really talk to about things that I feel like that I need to. But he's like he's a gamer and a wrestling fan himself, and he ended up mentioning when I was talking to him about Hell in the Cell this past week. He said, well, you know, he said, if you end up just watching the pay-per-views, he said, you're not actually getting everything out of the match. He said, if you just watch the pay-per-views, he said, you're just basically looking at, you know, a chick fighting a chick or a dude fighting a dude. He said, you know, it really boils down to the story that's all behind it, because he was telling me about one of these stories that was dealing with Kevin Owens and Ezekiel, who basically is just Elias, but he shaved his beard off, and I think he needs to grow his beard back. He's like, how would you really know the whole story behind, you know, Kevin Owens and Ezekiel, who basically looks like an Ultimate Warrior clone, just without the face paint? And I was like, yeah, I said, you have a valid point. You know, I mean, obviously it boils down to more than just the fact of seeing the matches on like big time pay-per-views, but then again, seems like a lot of these pay-per-views nowadays are just they're not what they used to be. They're not as entertaining as they used to be, at least from the ones that I've seen. Like Hell in a Cell this past week, that thing, man, like everything in it, like the whole pay-per-view to me was mediocre except for the very final match, which was Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes fought with a torn pec muscle. It was like torn right off the bone, man. Like he injured it while he was working out one day, and then he injured it further when he was in some kind of conflict with Seth Rollins, and it just well, no, it was the other way around. It got torn when he was in a conflict with Seth Rollins, and then when he was working out is when it really tore off.
Victory is yours.
No, there's no submission. There's only death. So, but yeah, dude, like, you could see how bad it looked. I mean, I honestly thought it was like I thought it was like makeup. I mean, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, obviously, because it did, but I was like, you know what? What if they ended up adding some makeup onto there as well?
I knew I heard something.
And honestly, it didn't seem like there was any kind. It didn't seem like there was any kind of makeup that was on there, because I didn't see anything that was smearing off, or if he was sweating, you know, and it was coming off, or anything like that. So, but that was like the best match of the night, honestly. And they were also like paying tribute some to Dusty Rhodes as well with some of the things that they were doing in it. Like, for example, Seth Rollins was coming out in attire that Dusty Rhodes ended up wearing back in the day. So, I hadn't heard that recently, but I do know that he ended up going and getting checked out for a heart-related issue. Like, I think around the time of, I can't remember if it was either Survivor Series or SummerSlam. Last year, I think it was, and he finally came out and started talking about it. He started talking about it on the on a podcast, and when he finally let it be made known of what was going on with him, like the next pay-per-view they had, he basically went out there and everybody was cheering him, everybody knew what it was, and he went out there and I think he put his boots in the middle of the ring, or they were already out there or something, like, you know, the stuff that he would wear there. So it's like, it's almost like he's done wrestling, but obviously he's in the corporate field, so he's still working for WWE, especially since he's married to the boss's daughter. And he's got, like, I think 3 kids from her, or like 3 daughters from her. So, but you know how it is with wrestlers. Wrestlers, when they've been in the game for as long as they've been in, it's an addiction for them. That's one thing I always hear when it comes to pro wrestlers. It's an addiction for them to be in that field. Even freaking Ric Flair is supposed to be having some other type of match going on again. I'm like, he's going to die in the ring. He's going to die in the ring. Because he you know, he's old as dirt. I mean, no doubt about it, he's one of the greatest of all time. He's always been one of my favorite wrestlers and been really entertaining. But I'm like, Ricky boy, you need to stop, or you're just gonna die in the ring. But hey, I mean, if you die doing what you love, well, you know, I guess maybe that makes a difference. But wrestlers who have been in the game very long, they're very, very stubborn because they always want to have one more match. That's the way it's always been, you know. So I kind of feel like, in a ways, even though Triple H has stepped away from the ring in and of itself, I think there may be a time where he's like, hey, I want to have one more match or do something. Or if he won't have a match, then it's almost like he'll get involved in something, like a conflict or something like that, just to end up having some spotlight time, you know, which wouldn't surprise me. Well, I mean, whenever Vince McMahon kicks the bucket, I think that it is going to go over to Triple H and Stephanie, because Vince has had problems in the past with Shane, and of course, then he came back, and I don't know if he's back now. I think he's gone again. So...
But my master is dead, and his enemies will pay. I knew I heard something.
I mean, obviously, you know, we're talking like real world stuff. We're not talking about like, you know, storyline stuff or nothing like that. So.
Wait,
Where'd you come from?
I yield.
I yield.
That wasn't me. You were fighting. I could see through my eyes, but I could not control my actions. Thank you for breaking that foul vampire's hold over me.
Okay.
I owe you a debt for the timely rescue. I'm quite all right, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. I'm a moth priest of the White Gold Tower. These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools.
Well, they ended up putting him in the Hall of Fame this year, for example, and when everything was all said and done, after he ended up having his over 30 or 40-minute speech, everybody was saying, oh, one more match, and then he said, well, never say never. He put his hat on and his coat and ended up saying it, and I'm like, well, Michelle McCool's going to slap him. His wife probably slapped him upside the head when they got backstage, because she's been on to him forever about him quitting, knowing how many surgeries he's had and things that he's been through. Like I said, man, Undertaker is like set for life. That dude is rich. He's been with WWE for years. And I'm just like, man, you know, I mean, he's like in his 50s, you know, so it's like, dude, you know, just know when to call it quits. You're set for life. So, and it's like I said, man, you got the old guard of wrestling.
Vampires.
They want to.
Thank the divines.
They're addicted to it. It's something that's in their blood. It's something they always want to stick with. You know, even if they're broken down and have 15 surgeries throughout their lifetime or whatever, it's just like they constantly keep going back to it. And I'm like, man, y'all got some real clout.
It is our sacred duty to study the Elder Scrolls. We read these ancient scrolls of prophecy in order to divine the future, and we use that knowledge to aid the Emperor. Sometimes we venture out into the world in search of more scrolls for our library at the White Gold Tower. That is the very purpose that first brought me to Skyrim.
Well, it kind of seems to me like he would fit.
It is the great spire at the heart of the Imperial City, among the tallest towers in all of Tamriel. The lower floors are home to the Imperial Council, and the Order of Moth Priests occupies the middle floors. The tower suffered damage in the recent war with the Aldmeri Dominion, and is not what it once was. I hope one day to see it restored to its former glory. Not as much as I would like. Even after spending decades of my life in study of the Elder Scrolls, they remain a great mystery to me. It's true for most of my brothers in the Order as well. We don't really know where the scrolls came from or who wrote them. What we do know is that some are born with the special gift to read the Elder Scrolls. These chosen few can divine events of the past and future within the scrolls, though in time it drives us to blindness. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell. Even today, the Elder Scrolls remain a great enigma. Ambushed by vampires. I certainly wasn't expecting that.
Okay, so...
You arrived just in time. I think those vampires were getting hungry.
So, now what? The dude's standing right there, but now what? Like, nothing else is happening. I spoke to the Moth Priest, you idiot.
Thank the These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools. You do? All right then.
Okay,
enough mysteries.
They always have to cut off the friggin' conversation if you aren't staying with it for an extended period of time, which is stupid.
You have an Elder Scroll? Remarkable. If my knowledge of history serves me, I recall that the Dawn Guard was an ancient order of vampire hunters. I will be happy to assist you with your Elder Scroll. Just tell me where I need to go.
Yeah, actually he is, because that was one of the things that he had mentioned too in his speech. He ended up thanking Michelle for bringing him to Christ. So, yeah, I believe he is actually Christian now. I mean, only God knows, you know, but it's still good to hear him say it.
Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.
It's kind of funny playing as the dead man.
I owe you a debt for the timely rescue.
Playing a dark character, and then during the Attitude Era, he was basically like a satanic character, a satanic version of his character, you know. And then he got out of that, and then he became the biker character, and then he went back to his old ways again from the way that it was back in the 90s. You know, just an older version of that. So his character has had a real definite evolution to it over the years, which was always funny to me when he went with a biker character, because as soon as it happened, I was like, that is so weird. But at the same time, I was really intrigued with what he could do with it. Honestly. Like, I was like, huh. I was like, that's interesting. Let's see what happens. That kind of thing. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 is in the making, but I have no idea what in the world the progress is on it. Tomorrow we're supposed to get some gameplay footage of Starfield, which so many people are saying it's Skyrim in space. So I guess we'll see what in the world is going to happen with that. I guess you could see it as being like a futuristic sci-fi version of Elder Scrolls. I don't want to say Elder Scrolls 6, obviously, because it's not. But, yeah, I mean, it's in the making, but it's a matter of, like, when. You know, like, when is there going to be an announcement of when it's supposed to come out? Because they've already stated that they weren't going to release it before Starfield. And so I believe that that's the next thing we're going to end up hearing after Starfield is released. Or maybe we'll end up hearing something on Elder Scrolls tomorrow or sometime, you know, some months afterwards, because Starfield is supposed to be released sometime around, I think, the first quarter of next year, if I'm not mistaken. That's what's been said, but I guess we'll see.
So bright out here.
Which is something that probably people are really going to gravitate towards, but I'm still wary about it, like I am about almost every game nowadays. So we'll see what'll happen. Yeah, talking about brightness, I'm the same way myself. So bright out here, I don't see how you stand it. Happens to me when I walk outside. Excuse me. Oh, there was something that was up here, and I didn't even know that? Well, what the heck, we'll go over here. And then we'll go to Vampire Land quest thing. That would be great, because, I mean, they had Sean Bean in Oblivion. He played as a character in the game. So, yeah, put Viggo Mortensen in there. You'll have Boromir and Aragorn in Elder Scrolls games. I think it's so funny. I bought elven armor for my horse.
I'm okay with the dark, but I've spent more than my share of time.
And that was one of the
It'll be
big.
good to get out of the sun for a while.
One of the big things that people were against in Oblivion was horse armor that you had to buy as DLC. I think it was like $5 or something, if I'm not mistaken, and all people were all up against it. And they have it in this, and they also got it. I know they also got it in Elder Scrolls Online too, if I'm not mistaken, because it's a running joke now.
So why'd you join up with the Legion?
I know it's what everyone says. To go to new places and see the world. But it's true in my case. I never bargained on seeing more than I liked. Stay alert. Never know when those Stormcloak dogs might charge.
The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best. Your objective is the enemy-held fort. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack, then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well, soldier, are you up to the task?
I'm really hoping the other choice that you can make before siding with the Empire, when you're siding up with the Viking dudes, whatever the heck their frickin' kingdom is called, isn't like the same amount of quests, because this is just like one quest after another of just dealing with fort taking. It's like a friggin' Ubisoft game, man. Come on, man!
I knew I could count on you, soldier.
Yeah, there you go. Liv Tyler and Viggo
Let's
Mortensen.
move faster.
Yeah.
The sun is... It's not great for my skin, if you know what I mean.
Yes, yes, I know. You're a ginger. You have no soul. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not worried about it right now. I'm going to go back over here. At least I ended up having it and exploring that specific place. Bikini Queen, that's hilarious, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll go over great. Which it should go over great, because screw all this frickin' stupid censorship nowadays. We'll just let people make what they want and then just let it go from there. See what happens. Yeah. Yeah, I was also basing it along the lines of her having really white skin. Because she's a vampire. But then again, I've got another friend of mine who's she's also a redhead and has very white skin, so she talks about how she easily sunburns as well when it comes to that stuff.
I'm impressed you could find a moth priest so quickly.
I never understood that, though, that joke behind that. Oh, gingers, you're a ginger, you don't have a soul. I don't get that. It's just some running meme or something that somebody came up with, I guess. I have no idea.
For the reading? Yeah. Just let the old man know when you're ready.
I'll tell you this, though. I definitely like ginger snaps. Those are good.
My trip to Skyrim has become quite the adventure.
Yeah, no kidding. You got overtaken by some vampires, so I'm pretty sure you love that.
Ah, my rescuer. It's good to see you again.
Again!
It's not exactly the hospitality I'm used to, but your man Isran has seen to my needs well enough.
Yeah, as long as it's legal.
And might I add, this is a remarkable fortress. I have colleagues back home that would love to study this place in detail.
I'm sure.
Oh, most certainly. Let's find out what secrets the scroll can tell. Now, if everyone will please be quiet, I must concentrate.
He was floating across the ground.
I see a vision before me. An image of a great bow. I know this weapon. It is Oriel's bow. Now a voice whispers, saying, among the night's children, a dread lord will rise. In an age of strife, when dragons return to the realm of men, darkness will mingle with light, and the night and the day will be as one. The voice fades and the words begin to shimmer and distort. But wait, there is more here. The secret of the bow's power is written elsewhere. I think there is more to the prophecy, recorded in other scrolls. Yes, I see them now. One contains the ancient secrets of the
Oriel's
dragons.
bow. Shoots cookies.
And the other speaks of the potency of ancient blood. My vision darkens, and I see no more. To know the complete prophecy, we must have the other two scrolls. I must rest now. The reading has made me weary.
Come on, old man. You should get some rest.
This whole thing with, like, Elder
Do you have
Scrolls,
a moment to talk?
I really feel like it's It almost seems to me like there's just a whole bunch of... The Elder Scrolls deals with, like, Seers, you know? No, not the store. But deals with just people prophetizing stuff that's happening in the future and how people are going to handle it. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's ever been a whole lot of explanation as to behind Elder Scrolls in general and what they are, what they consist of. I'm kind of really wondering if we're going to end up getting deeper into that aspect with either Elder Scrolls Online or the next one that comes out with 6 or something. I really hope they give you the ability to play as a Dwemer, well, otherwise known as a dwarf. I hope they give you the ability to play as a dwarven race in the next one. That would be good. Well, they are an addictive cookie, that's for sure. A cookie, so you can take that cookie and stick it up your yeah. Oh, crap! There we go.
That moth priest, Dexian. He said we needed 2 other Elder Scrolls. I think I know where we can start looking. Half the
Didn't you
people
say
in
something
your
earlier,
little
woman?
crew would just as soon kill me as talk to me. That doesn't exactly make me want to open up. I got a warmer welcome from my father, and that's saying something. Ever since he decided to make that prophecy his calling, we kind of drifted apart. I don't even think he sees me as his daughter anymore. I'm just a means to an end.
Excuse me.
We need to find my mother, Valerica.
Valerica.
She'll definitely know where it is. And if we're lucky, she actually has it herself. The last time I saw her, she said that she'd go somewhere safe. Somewhere that my father would never search. Other than that, she wouldn't tell me anything. But the way she said it, someplace he would never search. It was cryptic, yet she called attention to it. Maybe. What I can't figure out is why she said it that way. Besides, I can't imagine a single place my father would avoid looking. And he's had all this time, too. Any ideas? Wait, that almost makes sense.
So...
There's a courtyard in the castle. I used to help her tend a garden there. All of the ingredients for our potions came from there. She used to say that my father couldn't stand the place. Too peaceful.
Yeah, well, certain things that McConaughey was saying, I mean, I don't know, man. In a way, it kind of seems like he was actually making more sense about things than the liberals are. But then again, this is another thing of Biden inviting Hollywood to the White House to talk out about these things because he doesn't have anything else in his ammo to be able... and we're talking about guns here, and I'm talking about ammo, but I'm using it figuratively, for him to be able to use with his campaign.
Oh, absolutely. But my mother's not a coward. That is, I don't think we'll actually trip over her there, but it's worth a look. True. But I know a way we can get to the courtyard without arousing suspicion. There's an unused inlet on the northern side of the island that was used by the previous owners to bring supplies into the castle. An old escape tunnel from the castle exits there. I think that's our way in. It's around the side of the castle. Let's move.
I believe that there is some of the same quests that take you... Because this right here, what she's telling me right now, is something that I know that you also ended up doing when you ended up joining up with the vampires. So I believe that some of these quests are intermingling.
Cozy little place, isn't this? Excellent. That's one less beast and nest of broodlings we needn't worry about any longer. I've located the whereabouts of a vampire masquerading as a common citizen. Track him down and dispose of him. Tread lightly. The law is unaware of the danger and will treat you as a criminal if you are caught. Vampires enjoy stalking their prey. Passing among us undetected emboldens them, makes them feel powerful, untouchable. But we'll put a swift end to that.
I mean, I guess some of the things that McConaughey said had made sense, but the problem is they're still utilizing the death of kids as like a political platform. I mean, they really are pushing this narrative, knowing what ended up happening. If anybody has any sense whatsoever, they aren't going to vote any Democrats in office when it comes time for election time soon. I mean, good Lord have mercy, people. And the way that party is nowadays, you can't be Christian and be Democrat. You can't. You know, end of story. I mean, regardless of what you feel about the Republican Party, because, hey, I don't really like the Republican Party either with some of the things that they do and say. But when you really want to boil it down to actually what's going to be better, I mean, you know, it's like choosing what end of a turd to pick up on the clean end, you know? Well, dag, blast it, man. I didn't even get to talk to him about that.
This is fine for now, but we can't stay holed up. Working metal isn't easy. Let me show you a few things.
I can't get that anymore. Oh, crap. Kurt Russell 2024.
Take care of yourself.
I mean, there's talk about him running again. I mean, especially with these campaigns that he's doing. But at the same time, like, some people are... How can you sleep with a sledgehammer on your back? Anyways. Like, some people, though, kind of feel like he may end up just going and endorsing somebody. And, I mean, there's been some talk that I've heard of in regards to dealing with... They sleep with their eyes open. Imagine that. There's some talk about people... That is so weird. They're supposed to have their eyes shut. Yeah, this dude does. About DeSantis running for president, but... Which, I mean, knowing what DeSantis has done and everything that I've seen, I mean, I would end up voting for him if he ended up running. Your bread's getting cold, honey. I mean, obviously, I'd have to see what all the candidates were doing, but if he was a candidate that was running, everything that he's been doing with Florida, I mean, you know, he seems to me like a shoo-in. Hide and seek. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. And this and that. And this and that. Excuse me. Locate the seducer's bandit camp. I'm really worried about that right now. Yeah, that would be funny. This dude is traveling like everywhere. I don't even know where to even find him anymore. I'll fast travel, he'll be like halfway across the dag blasted map. Yeah, I know, I gotta go there. Discreetly kill traveling pilgrim. Hello, pilgrim. Yeah, watch him. He's gonna probably be halfway across the map too, unless he just stays somewhere around this immediate area. Oh, boy. Yeah, they have. Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding. Oh, wait, so he must be in here. The freaking body's still there. That's funny.
Respect the law, and you'll have no trouble in Dragonbridge.
If I discreetly kill him, where's he gonna go? Okay, I waited an hour. See if he goes somewhere.
Respect the law, and you'll have no trouble in Dragonbridge.
I heard you the first time. Is he going to bed? Are you going to sleep? Is there not a door here? Oh, he's sitting down. Why would you not have a door here? Wait a second. Oh, he's over there.
Fate is the name. I keep the inn.
If I could pick it up, I could put a bucket over her head and try to do that. Let's see here. Let me do this real quick. Just do a quick save. If I were to pick this up...
Something different about you, I can tell. Hope you ain't here to cause trouble.
No, I'm just here to try to put a bucket on your head so you don't see the murder I'm about to do.
The meals I serve ain't what I'd call a Jarl's feast, but they'll fill your belly.
That didn't work worth a crap. Alright, that's on her head. People called me Buckethead. Let me see if I can do one for him.
Seen a lot of travelers lately, mostly soldier nowadays.
Oh, for the love of money, where is the bucket? Oh my gosh. Hello, sir.
Respect the law, and you'll have no trouble in Dragonbridge.
I'm just going to commit a murder. I want you to not see it.
Mind you don't cross Tassius. He's in charge around here. You thieving little
Oh
elf.
my goodness gracious. It friggin... I didn't hold... Oh, for the love of money. Show all saves. Okay, yeah. So, if I load this, obviously that loads it back up. That's after I put the... Well, that was before I put the bucket over her head. Oh my goodness gracious.
Fate is the name. I keep the inn.
I'm going to save after I put it over her head. I should have done that in the first place.
Yes? What did you need?
There we go. Alright, now I'll just do a quick save for that one. Yeah, I guess he didn't. Well, the thing is, though, is that I stole it. That's what the problem was. Because I didn't hold down the button to actually let it go. I pressed it, which ended up causing me to steal it, which I didn't want to do. That's just so stupid, man.
Yes?
A guard immediately runs in through the door. Like, when I steal a bucket. They didn't know anything about it. It's like, what the heck?
Cause trouble.
The bucket fell off of her freaking head. Dag blasted. Good grief. This bucket hates me, dude. I'm gonna try this.
Respect the law, and you'll have no trouble in Dragonbridge.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Fill your belly.
Mind you don't cross Tassius. He's in charge around here.
Why does it have to, like, fall? Like, oh my goodness gracious. When you grab onto it, why doesn't it just stay in your dag-blasted hands? Why does it have to fall? That does not make any sense.
What did you need?
I should be able...
At least if you're gonna cause trouble, go somewhere else, okay? Please?
Oh my goodness gracious.
What did you need?
Someone's being attacked!
I'm sick and tired of doing this friggin' crap.
By the gods, no!
Go screw yourself. Yeah, exactly. You'd be banging it around everywhere. Okay. There we go. That works out. So he's all the way across the map. I'm going to travel all the way over here to go back to talk to him again. Oh my goodness gracious.
Yes? What did you need?
I need to check something. Let me look at something here. Okay.
Yes? What did you need?
Never mind. 1150.
Yes? What did you need?
I'm not... Woman! Shut up! Good grief. Can never shut your mouth. I don't need nothing. I'm not even facing towards you. Just be quiet and let me do my thing. But anyways. Oh, he's all the way located back there.
This is fine for now, but we can't... Very good. That's one less monster we need to worry about. Though there's plenty more where he came from. Be ever watchful. I've learned of a possible monster. And while I do not know its exact whereabouts, I do have information suggesting someone who does. Pay a visit to the beast's last known contact. Do what you must to find where it's hiding now. Then root out the monster and destroy it.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
Yes? What did you need?
Well, that one answers that one. Let's see here. Oops. I don't know buttons. Alrighty.
Divine smile on you, friend.
Yeah, the way that bucket was just bouncing around everywhere, it's like, dude, it's gonna break. It's gonna break. This is what's stupid. I have all these different things that are selected, but they're not showing up on the map. All these different quests aren't showing up on the map. So it's like I have to actually go in the quest log to even see. Exactly what they are or where they are, kind of thing. I don't want to do that because I know that's going to take me down into that nether realm abyss place, and I don't have time for that. I'm not doing that. Let's go to Whiterun, see if we can take this target out, because I know this is for part of the Black Brotherhood, or Dark Brotherhood. The Black Brotherhood! I actually ended up finding out a funny little level up thing that you can do in this. You take all your armor off, and you have a weapon, and you go to where the Greybeards are. You go up there.
You have committed crimes against
Skyrim.
Oh
my gosh, I knew this freaking crap was going to happen. Because I killed somebody. I'm a Jarl Stain. I demand you let me go at once.
Oh, forgive me, Thane. I didn't realize it was you.
There we go.
Look the other way this time. But even the Jarl's influence has its limits. Be more careful.
Yes? What did you need?
I wonder if they'll constantly just keep saying that. I'll see if that'll work next time when I have to take somebody out. Oh, there's the dude.
Oh, I actually advise... Yes?
Yes? Never mind, I thought he was somebody else.
You're making me nervous. Is there something you need?
Dang, I didn't talk to the other guy before I killed him.
Are you Threatening me?
Are you threatening me?
Walk away, fool. It's not worth it.
Die! Bye-bye.
Don't do that!
Don't do that! Murder! Honey Nut Treat. Honey Nut Cheerios. Right out in the middle of the street. Our house. In the middle of our street. Why would there be a house in the middle of the street? That seems like some really bad construction ideas there. Doesn't make any sense. That don't make no sense. I can't wait while the thingy's still going, so I have to take me some time to get away first. As soon as I can do the wait, that's when I know I can fast travel. Or it's an easier way to see that you have to do the fast travel, or you can do the fast travel, see, like that right there. And that will lead me to the other area up here for the Dark Brotherhood, considering the fact that I do not... Wait a minute, where's the... Never mind. I was going to say, where's the secret entrance at? And it's somewhere around there for me to go back in there, but I don't know exactly where it's located. Oh boy. Yeah, we got it. Let's get another loading screen going in. I don't know why it just doesn't put you in there, not just taking you right out where it's located, but actually putting you inside of there. Just right there in the sanctuary.
This place is all... Ah, so your payment, my friend. Well done. I'll teach you how to use it effectively, and keep you quick on your feet.
Okay. Alright, yeah, this is the one that exits outward. That exits outward. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I could end up going over there. Oh well, let's see. Really don't want to. Not right now. That thing kind of aggravated me back when I had first done it. I got through it okay, but it's like, it's just this large, open, purple area where there's like an undead dragon and there's undead specters around everywhere, and you have to find these certain things to be able to access. It's just, I don't know. It just kind of irked my nerves a little bit. I mean, I'll definitely end up obviously doing it at some point, but I remember it from way back when I was playing through this and got to that point, so... Now, I just want to find where this guy is, even though I know he travels like no tomorrow. And holy guacamole. What the heck? Why don't you have your armor on you? What? Oh, that's a load of crap, dude. That daggum horse has had his armor on him ever since. Why in the world isn't it on him now? That ticks me off. The dadgum game. What the heck? Bounty collector. Nope, we ain't doing that. He's not even saying anything. Oh, and there's a bear.
It's nothing.
And the bear's dead, and that's dead, and this is dead. And that's a cool looking shield, though. Oh, I got a lot of coin. So yeah, that'll work. What's this? Oh, that's the. Well, I'm not even utilizing shields though. And my daggum, those Nordic hard boots ain't gonna work for Jack Diddley. Not for what I'm looking for them for. I got the 63. The 63. Well, technically they do. They give me 3 extra armor, but not from what these give. I mean, I can walk on water with them, even though I can breathe underwater as well, considering I'm an Argonian. Have any of the 4 relics, 10% of plus 10 to enchanting, which I don't bother with that either. So, I don't need those. It's no big deal. Why are you attacking? Why are you attacking the horse? Why is the horse attacking? What is going? Oh my gosh, it's a dragon. And a resurrected cat. What is going on? Why are you? Stop! No! No! Don't do this! That's my freaking dadgum horse, woman! Stop killing my horse! Why is my horse going after me? Well, this is dumb.
You're not getting the best of me.
What in the piss, man? I don't even know if my horse can die, but oh my gosh. And the cat's walking into the wall. Oh, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Screw this ruckus. I'm gonna go find him myself. Y'all can kill each other. I'm just pissed now. That's one of the things that kind of gets to me. When it comes to allies hitting one another, they want to turn on one another. With the way that these games are, no, man. That's just a freaking load of crap. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Oh, great. Now we got people of the Dragon Cult here. If it ain't a bounty hunter, it's a freaking Dragon Cult member.
I shall not fall.
Yeah, you're gonna fall. Oh my gosh, I hate this freaking stamina crap. I had to back you up against the wall just to be able to kill you. I should have waited to see how much that was going to increase before I did that. This must be like a... Wait a minute. Okay, so he's over there, so I need to just get to him. I know there's like an elephant graveyard thing or whatever the crap it is over there, but I need to get to this guy so I can go ahead and just take him out. And Serrano's probably still attacking my horse over there. Oh my gosh, so freaking stupid. I have to roam the land just to be able to get to this guy because he likes to roam himself. I think you take lesser stamina when you have your weapons sheathed. What the heck? Oh, okay. Daggum map markers disappeared. Oh my goodness gracious. Now I remember this part here. Now it's taking me right back into dangerous territory because this is where I fast traveled from. And all the guards were on my butt. They were about to be, anyways. This dude's probably at one of the stables. That's what I imagine. Or actually at the stables, I should say. Hello, Mr. Man. I'm sick and tired of you roaming around everywhere, and now it's time for me to kill you.
And how may Marandru Joe assist you?
I'm gonna beat you like a house cat. That's terrible.
And why would you be looking for me? I am not sure I appreciate your presence here, friend.
Well, Tough Titty said the kitty.
Hey, watch it.
Alrighty.
Over here.
Let's just kill somebody and run away. Run away. I cannot talk today. Oh, there we go. Good. Now we've got out of the range of attack. Oh, well. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. I'm going to get on to probably playing a little something else, but I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. My lady is going to be home in a little while, so we're going to be unloading some groceries. I'm going to have to get on that, and then I go to work at 5 p.m. I'll be off at 11, but I'm off Sunday and Monday, so I'll definitely end up streaming something tomorrow and also on Monday as well. Well, after I get home from church tomorrow. So, anyways. But I do appreciate everybody coming out to the stream, which was actually just one person, which is fine by me. I'd rather have a handful of people who are actually loyal and want to actually chat and not be trolls than those who want to act like degenerates and you know, troll the chat. So anyways, I would go ahead and I will end this like I always do. Oh, later taters.